Hello, welcome back to the channel. Alpha Compton here. No video of me. Today we're doing a desktop recording using OBS, hopefully at 1440p, 60 frames per second. I'm going to do a little benchmark of Cyberpunk. I'm going to show you that we are currently on the mini PC that I unboxed recently. Currently, we're in the turbo mode. Normally, I prefer playing in performance mode. Turbo just seems like that extra stretch that I don't really need for most of the time. But we're going to do it for benchmarking, of course, to see, what the system is capable of, right? So it's in turbo, as you can see here. We're going to go back and we'll take a look at Cyberpunk. Normally I run this in HDR, but we're going to do SDR just so it looks better. I forgot to disable the launcher. Apologies if you can hear any noise in the background. I have an air conditioner running. It was very hot today. It's still very warm. So that's what I got going on. I was looking at running nVidia broadcast for better sound quality with the recording, but it could take up GPU resources, so that may skew the test. The benchmarks. I do have the nVidia overlay enabled. Some people say it does reduce performance slightly. I know it's a small amount. I don't know how small of an amount, but so far it hasn't bothered me. Normally I have it disabled, but I have had it on so I could use things like RTX HDR. Right. We'll do a benchmark first, and then I'll run it in game. So this, as a reminder, this is an RTX 5080 mobile with 16 gigs of VRAM, which is really nice. And then we have an Intel chip, one of the latest ones. I forget the exact model number. Oh wait, I didn't even go over what the settings were. Well, you'll see it at the end of the benchmark. But this is basically maxed-ish. Everything is on except path tracing. DLSS should be set to balanced right now. When I leave it on DLSS auto, it goes a little too hard with the resolution, and personally, especially using the transformer model of DLSS, I don't really see the benefit. I mean, like, you could see it. It's a little better, of course. You're playing in like quality or something like that, but I don't think it's worth it. I think balance is a good performance floor. Of course, I'm not using frame generation. Frame generation was enabled by default. I should also note that other than me disabling frame generation and DLSS auto being turned off, the rest of the settings you're looking at is what Cyberpunk defaulted to when I turned it on with this. And honestly, with the frame generation, like, normally I'm not really a fan of frame generation. I do think it looks and feels great in this game. A lot of other reviewers say the same thing. So as you can see, path tracing is the only thing that's not on. We have all the ray tracing features enabled here. I'm going to continue not using frame generation. If that's something you want to see tested, let me know in the comments. I somehow doubt you're going to want to see that. Okay, so we're just going to close that. Just a reminder, we are running at 1440p. I don't have HDR on right now, but we do, of course, also have Reflex, nVidia Reflex low latency. Yeah, and we're using, of course, VRR, so you could see the maximum frame rate, because it will of course be going higher than the 60 frames per second limit that this video is being recorded in, because YouTube can only go up to 60 frames per second, of course. I believe. I don't know. I can't remember if they added anything, but yeah, whatever. My current save game is in Dogtown. So because it's in Dogtown, as you should know if you're familiar with Cyberpunk benchmarking, Dogtown is noticeably more difficult, more performance heavy than the other parts of Night City, like the multiplayer. And as you can see here, it is very smooth. Again, all options. I did disable film grain just because there was a bug in the previous versions of Cyberpunk with HDR. HDR was lowering, film grain was lowering the max highlights that HDR can output, and this is using a third-party HDR measuring tool. So I disabled film grain to get that. I don't know if they fixed that in the 2.3 update, but so as you can see here, this is really smooth. Like, as you should probably know, these are rough parts. You play this on, typical mainstream system. You're going to be chugging at frames, like around this part, even if the rest of the game might play okay. Something about this shopping area here is just, like, really heavy for some reason. So, let me just run out of here. Let's go outside. I think this is the exit. Oh well. Not the exit I was looking for, but, you can see outside a bit. And, detail, it's clean, right? Hey, buddy. I was looking at that.
Could make some decent hooch out of it.
Turns out I will be staying at the stadium.
And the better part of it.
There's a way to open this door, right? I think so. I can't remember if it was a mission or something, or maybe I'm just, like, imagining it. But I know that for whatever reason that's cut off from that part. Anyway, let us go somewhere else. Also, I'm playing on mouse and keyboard. I should have plugged in the controller, but I'm not used to playing on mouse and keyboard.
So I have in local
It's been a while. Is it interface maybe? Can't imagine it being under gameplay, but no. Yeah, I thought there was a toggle for a frame rate counter. Well, anyway, let me turn on nVidia. There we go. Now you see why having the nVidia overlay is handy. Yeah, at least when you're 60, almost about 70, averaging. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. And I just want to make sure really quick that we go here. You can see that because it definitely felt well above 60. I don't feel like a dip. You know, even with VRR helping us out.
I think I breathed in too much volume.
So I wanted to record this video because I'm planning to do one of those big mod compilations from Nexus Mods, and you know, obviously that would affect the typical gameplay performance. So I wanted to record this video, get it out before that. Where is V's H10 Atrium? I'm pretty sure I bought another apartment too. Did I buy the Glen apartment? I can't remember. I haven't played that much. I was just testing it. The HDR yesterday, and it was just crazy. Like, it just felt so good, it felt so comfortable that I just lost myself like in it, and I just started playing like one of the gigs. It's currently the gig you see on the screen, gig Road to Redemption. But yeah, so we are in normal Night City, and you know, we're getting closer to an 80 FPS average. Or at least like upper 70s. Pretty sure. Yeah. This is post game, so yeah. I got plenty of eddies. Yeah. So this is one of the nice apartments. I think I started wanting to use this one more because you have the smart frames. You can add some photos that you take. That's the one that I took. I took it in HDR, so I'm not sure if when you're playing the game in SDR, if the image converts over properly. I would assume not. Well, I mean, you know, who knows? For sure, because it didn't look quite right, or at least not how I remembered it. But you know, of course, that was like an older version of the game too. So there's definitely mismatches. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. I think this is really great way to play the game. You know what? I should probably play without DLSS for the people that don't like any kind of upscaling. Oh, no. Or I don't know, would you want, like, yeah, let's take a look at quality first actually. Okay, we're in the 60s, at least in the apartment. Oh, that's pretty nice. I do not remember the record player. You got a little samurai record there. That's nice. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll just go outside just to take a look at it, and then I'll turn off upscaling. All right. So before where we were in the upper 70s, we're more in the middle to upper 60s. So we're on quality mode, 1440p. You know, pretty much max settings other than path tracing, and it's nice. Quality mode is going to look great. You know, we have DLSS ray construction, you know, working. Oh wow, that kind of stuff.
I know they talk good shit, but it ain't working.
Yeah, so you got your nice reflections. Okay, so we're gonna go to. Oh yeah, I gotta turn it off. Wait for it to settle down. Yeah, so we're looking at 40. You know, 40 is not bad. Doesn't seem bad. But I am really impressed with how, you know, using like DLSS balanced, it still looks fantastic, and you know, I don't feel like I'm missing out on any of the experience. That's one of my things, you know, playing between like my main desktop computer and, you know, secondary machine like this. You know, I have a 4090 in my main PC, so whenever I play on another system, you know, I always feel like you're compromising quite a bit. But here I feel like, you know, for the first time I'm not really compromising. You know, on the 4090 I do play with path tracing, and that's very nice. But I don't know. It's nice to have, but I don't know if it's something that I would say is a necessity. So yeah, so that's my favorite settings though. I did do this to medium just for the hell of it, but I highly doubt that's gonna have. Oh wow, it must have reset that at some point. Yeah, and of course I have motion blur turned off. Of course, there's other like optimized settings you can make. You can get increased frame rate by lowering your volumetric fog. What is it? I know color precision is one, although they say they couldn't find a difference. These are just some random stuff I'm trying to remember from Digital Foundry, which is an awesome channel if you want to look at performance, optimized settings, things like that for mainstream games. Okay, so this is unusual. Okay, yeah, all right. So it took a while to reload the DLSS model, I guess. But yeah, we're here, and it feels so buttery smooth. It's great. It's nice. All right, and let's just take a look at DLSS frame generation. Oh, I'll have to restart the game. All right. But I might. You know what? Yeah.
No way I'm shaking the pendejos.
Looks like someone wants trouble.
Is the key for your weapons? I don't know what it is on desktop. personally just really like, you know, walking with your weapons hidden. Oh, you know what? Let's do a little explosion, right?
¡Qué buen chingada!
Long enough to give us the explosion. Yeah. By the way, this is being a net runner is just amazing.
¡Chingao! This shit is brand new!
Okay. All right, and start it up again. Witcher 4, oh man, that it was an impressive showing. I haven't really played through much of the Witcher games. I played through almost all of 2, and then started 3, but I didn't finish yet. Definitely looking forward to doing it at some point, but you know, it's a big commitment in terms of time. I did recently finish Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which was pretty awesome. Let's check those. Okay. And we have frame generation. Oh, we only have 2x. Of course, we can do 3x and 4x. I have a good feeling you're not gonna need that to hit my monitor's max refresh.
Night City International and Transluna.
Maybe 3x at most.
Leave your earthly worries also.
Okay, so yeah, it feels very smooth. It feels so smooth. Like using mouse and keyboard. It's important to note that with some of the inherent latency of using a controller, it will feel even smoother in that. Because using a mouse and keyboard, like a gaming mouse and keyboard, you are gonna feel limitations of latency like more than you would with it, you know, with using instead of using I wonder if I could go to the higher multi-frame gen. It might. Is it gonna ask me to restart? No. Okay. Oh, so that is just a little over my monitor. Okay, I feel like I can actually detect it a little bit this time, but it's actually, it feels like it's fine, to be honest. I do feel like there's, I don't know if I'm imagining it, or it might just be tearing because the frame rate's too high. I feel like there's a little something when I spin the screen. Like I don't know if it's an artifact of frame generation or if it's just tearing. Could be, but it still feels really good. It still feels solid. This is a game, you know, that is, you know, really developing technically. So it's all, you know, it's probably not the best to showcase this stuff because a lot of things that just don't work great. This is an interesting little nook here.
¡Solo me juzga la huesuda!
Wait, I'm pretty sure I have that.
¡Boom! ¡Qué buen!
Oh wow. Yeah, pressing it requires like some time on the keyboard. I'm used to, like I said, I'm used to playing controller. Okay. I've never noticed this before. This is not a card, is it? No. Oh, I guess you could just get in from over here. There's probably like some random quest that takes you over here. And you could like sneak in using up there and just kill everything without them seeing you, which is cool. Anyway, I see the FPS going up to like 200 there. We're gonna go down to 2x, and there, that's my favorite. Also, I believe Digital Founder and some others did find that 3x and 4x use like a slightly different model for the frame generation. So there's a little more latency introduced, which is understandable considering how much more of a jump in FPS you're getting. But yeah, 2x just seems to have like the least perceptible FPS. Least perceptible latency. So anyway, that was a bit of a test of Cyberpunk 2077 with some of my favorite settings and the usuals. Let me know what you'd like to see as the next game, and I'll see if I could test it. I do have a couple of my favorites here. Someone did ask me for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm still trying to decide what area of the game I would use for a bit of a test. Maybe I'll just run through like a fight or something in a big area. I got a bunch of others like Avatar, Control. I do have I am gonna, oh right, someone asked me about Doom Dark Ages. I am gonna do Doom Dark Ages. I have it on Game Pass, so that'll probably be my next game. If you want to see more ray tracing stuff as well, we I also have Controlled here and Alan Wake 2. So that should be interesting. Alan Wake 2, of course, I definitely expect that to push the system. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I am curious about how Final Fantasy 16 runs. I was not happy with the performance. As much as I enjoyed the game, I was not happy with the performance of how it worked on my previous mini PC with a RTX 4070 mobile GPU, and it probably was due to the 8 gigs of VRAM. But like, damn, like I really don't feel like the way, based on what the game looks like, I don't think it should have had that kind of performance that I had to go to like low settings just to get playable frame rates. So anyway, yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Let me know what other games you want to see, what kind of settings, if you want to see something specifically, and if I get the time, I'll take a look. Thanks for watching.